What's good, squad? I'm back with part 2 of my reaction of The Den of Kings. If you're new over here and you have no idea what this series is or about, it's basically a show that Kirk Franklin has where he brings successful men on the panel and they talk about their road to success, the struggles, and just the ups and downs about life. If you're interested in that, bro, stick around. But hey, we finna get back straight into it, squad.
From my foot cut off. So I'm like, hey, that's the only thing I make up for that.
Everybody hopping around.
Yeah. So it's like, a woman? I'm like, God, hey. Yeah, so I'm like,
Hey, hold on, I'm gonna skip back a little bit, squad. Hold up. Right here.
Come to you and talk to you about their fears, and then you can help guide them. Because that goes.
Look, if you knew and didn't want to look at the series, long story short, they're talking about the fears they had as the fears they have as parents, you know what I'm saying, and not wanting to pass those fears down to their kids. And they're basically talking about being open to one another. And Devale Ellis said his dad told him for the first time at 40 that he was nervous about raising him. That just to catch up a little bit.
Talked about with discernment, right? I got 4 sons, right? If a certain type of woman comes in, we as older gentlemen now can look and say, son, that's not the one for you, right?
Yeah.
But him at 13, 14 won't know. Us at 13, 14, nobody checked us or told us. So we ended up with women.
My daddy told me.
Oh, your pops told you?
He told me, he said, you're going to have a bunch of kids.
See?
You're going to mess around, but he didn't tell. I'm like,
get to that conversation.
The way God.
My bad, I'm a little bit ahead, squad. I may have told y'all too deep in it. This is the next thing they're talking about.
I mean, you never get it. You know what I mean? The only thing I can do to make up for it is try to not eat chicken. Because that's why you became vegan. I'm like, so now I be like, I gotta at least do that. Because
That's his discipline.
So like, it takes discernment not to drink alcohol. You know the food killers. Everybody gonna got a grandma foot cut off. So I'm like, hey, that's the only thing I can make up for that.
Everybody hopping around.
Yeah. So it's like, a woman? I'm like, God, hey. Yeah, so I'm like, we all know we died.
Think about soul food. We celebrate it.
So everybody, big mama. So I made bad decisions, and I knew I was making bad decisions, but I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. That's why I never judge a crackhead.
So what's your biggest fear as a father?
That I hope that God don't let me go. That's it. Because I'm like, I don't seem too much. Like I don't.
He said he had a good discernment to never do certain things, right? But, bro, my question, squad, is that discernment just the all be all? You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking my thoughts out loud. Like, he says, like, he does all these certain things, right? Still got 11 kids. My question is, like, bro, I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say, squad. Never mind, I was going to play it, bro.
Because if you get this thing right, then this thing gonna be a problem. You get this thing right, I'm like, God, I'm telling you right now, hold me. Now he's sitting a woman in my life. Now I'm like, okay, I got married before. I got married because I'm like, I want to finally do. When I made my first, I made like 100,000 one weekend. You know what I'm saying? Doing the come to clubs. I was in Texas and I was like,
Let me get some money.
the mother of the kids I was with, I say, let's get married, because I was waiting to get right financially to finally do it, right?
Yeah.
We went and got married at the courthouse that week. But what happened was, I done created this situation with all these other mothers of my kids. I'm living like this and they living like that. I say, that ain't fair to that child.
Right.
So I got to get out of this and make this right and put them all on the same, everybody living equal. So when they leave,
I love that.
and that's when things changed. But I had already messed up and I already knew. I had 7 kids at 22. So I'm like, hey, God, you already know what time it is, and I don't know if I'm really gonna stop.
Bro, squad, listen, long story short, I'm 22, bro, and I can't even imagine having 7 kids right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't judging Courtney, bro, but that's just, I can't fathom it. You know what I'm saying?
Look good to me.
That's never gonna stop.
That ain't
never gonna stop.
But
Never gonna stop.
I think one thing that helps me, or that helped me grow with my daughter's mother, is that, like, my dad, he told me, he said, bro, I know what you did to get that kid, right? You had to put something in there. He said, what you gonna do to survive this co-parenting thing? You gotta take that out of there. So you can't be, He said you can't be a child support company. You can't pay with that.
Wow.
Can't pay with that.
That is a
Wow.
fact.
Can't pay with that.
This nigga watching that talking about some stuff.
That's a
No,
fact.
that's a fact.
I did that too. I did that one time. the mother of my kids had moved close by. You know what I mean? When I was with my mother. And I was so happy the kids were close, I said, I'm never dealing with her again.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? She ended up with another dude. Now, the situation goes. Okay, what if your baby mama end up with somebody who ain't good for her?
Oh, okay.
So it was like, no matter what the situation is, man, ain't nothing one situation, just please God help me, because no matter what, there's no fix.
What about you, DC? What's your fear?
I really don't have a fear. You know what I'm saying? Because when you walk in fear, you give stuff light. You see what I'm saying? So now we got time to fix it and correct it.
I'm just so impressed with the maturity of y'all that y'all's age.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't give nothing that much power.
Hey, boy,
over.
I ain't
gonna lie, what DC saying is real, bro. I saw a quote by Nipsey, bro. Nipsey, I ain't gonna lie, mess with Nipsey, R.I.P. Nipsey, right? And the Nipsey said something about him is he don't want to let one person have too much control over his life, squad. And I even take that with me, and my mindset may not be the best when I say this, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I don't want someone to necessarily, it's like you dependent on someone, right? So let's say right now, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm having a mental block, squad. That's crazy. Hold on, let me play.
You need to say that again.
You can't have, like, I understand people may be afraid or anxious because.
Look, what I was trying to say is this, right? Imagine right now someone you make let's put in social media terms, right? You make a couples channel, right? And let's say right now you grow. That channel becomes the biggest channel. Y'all making so much money from that, just y'all getting pregnant, pranking girlfriend, pranking whoop-de-whoop, right? Now, what happens subconsciously is if y'all don't work out, this woman has so much control over your life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you've built all this with somebody, you know what I'm saying? So now you can't necessarily move. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, you know what I'm saying? I may not be able to say it the best, but now they have control of what you're doing. Versus if you help each other, but now you have y'all separate entities, this person can't come and mess up what you've built. You know what I'm saying? I may not be saying this the best, bro.
Do something.
So what would be your anxiety at times?
I would say now is the mistakes that I can't fix.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Which one you drunk first? Cause everything you saying now, bro.
They were right here.
But you want,
you know what I'm saying?
Because what he said, and I've been saying this for like the last 6 months, I've been telling everybody, fear and faith is the same. Whatever you fear gonna happen, and whatever you got faith in. When that's supposed to say in the Bible, say if you think a lion outside gonna eat you, it probably is. Yeah. So that's why when I do certain deals in business, I don't let scared money don't make no. You scared about your money. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, I ain't putting that in there, because you're not finna have this.
That's like one for them, one for the outside.
So this is, and let me go ahead and just ask this, since, and this is really y'all fault. This is y'all fault because y'all have established this type of aesthetic at the table.
I'm so glad to be here at your table. You don't know.
Wow, man.
You OG.
Man,
wow, man.
You don't know what you did. You don't know what you did for me, brother. When I told you that was part of that, cause you know sometimes people when people in the streets, the Church of Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And my mama, like some months before she passed, she was trying to find God. And man, the only music she would listen to is your music. You know what I'm saying? So I be listening to Down by the Riverside, man, to get me through a lot of things, because you don't know what your music did. Wow. You was the first one that you brought people together in a way that the church couldn't.
You brought our generation to church.
Seriously.
Church. They only listen to him.
You brought I don't know if you knew what you was doing.
Yeah,
but
you got street niggas listening to your music.
And something I will say, squad, I said this in another interview, another panel they had, I reacted to before this. They asked me, not asked me, you know what I'm saying? I'm acting like I'm there. But they said, look, they were like, when you were coming up, did you feel like church was forced onto you? Or did you just naturally gravitate to it, right? And I was thinking back when I was a kid, getting raised up in the church, or long story short, what I was trying to say, squad, is, as a kid, church wasn't catered to our children. Church wasn't fun. Therefore, it wasn't enough things in my church that I realized were catered to our kids to make them want to actually be in church. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, why am I having this mental fog right now? So I'm keeping all this in here, bro. I ain't perfect, freaky. But long story short, what I'm trying to say is, squad, churches didn't do enough stuff that brings kids in. You know what I'm saying?
Into church,
You are they
our
preacher.
whole demographic.
It made church cool.
was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like some people think church ain't.
It's like, oh, we can walk in there
And I
without
talk
being
about you. I talk about you on stage, man. I use one of your songs, and I want to know how much you're gonna charge me for the rights of it. Cause I want to ask you that when I came here. Okay?
I agree with him. Matter of fact, I'll let you answer your question because I got a question for you though.
Well, go ahead, because I'm just humbled by these statements. Go ahead.
I do have a question because I don't have grown kids. And I've seen that you publicly have gone through stuff with
Yes.
your grown kids.
Yes.
And I just want to ask, and I know how I would deal with shit, but like, how did you deal with people having opinions about, how old is your son?
He just turned 37.
So you're 36, you have 36 plus pregnancy, 37 years of life with this young man.
Yeah.
And people decided to have an opinion over what they heard for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Can you please tell me how you dealt with that? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
And the hat on top, you a God-fearing man.
Yes.
People are putting you on a pedestal where they
You know
feel
how
like
it
you
is.
have no mistakes.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing like you're not human.
Right, you're not human. You know that.
Wow.
You know that. How did you deal with that? Because, man.
You know, and the sad part is, I'm still dealing with it. That's the sad part. You know, that was just.
My bad if I'm quiet, squad. I'm trying to speak more than speak on something that I relate to. You know what I'm saying? Bro, what's up with my words today? I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I'm gonna keep all this in there. I ain't perfect, bro. Discipline me, dog. Through the look, bro. Through the ups, through the downs, through the good, through the bad, through the imperfections. I'm always gonna be disciplined. I like to be disciplined. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, show y'all like I be messing up, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is all gonna be a testament to my story at the end. I'm gonna say, hey, look. You know what I'm saying?
For the public to see what, as a family, we've dealt with. And I love him. I love him. He's my firstborn. I mean, that's my firstborn son. And, you know, we've had many rough days. And he's got so much potential, bro.
Can I tell you something? As much as I love my father, you know, me and my father didn't talk for a long time. I couldn't wait to get out of my father's house. And this is part of the reason why I wanted to ask you that question, but also, people don't know what it's like to live with their dad.
Yeah.
I lived with my father, and my father was not.
It's different.
It is. Like, it's hard as a man growing up.
My dad left at 6, but I kept going back and forth, and there was a time where it was like, he's not there, but he got Alzheimer's. I don't know this. So I'm thinking he don't want to be with me, not knowing he got a brain disease.
Right.
So I'm thinking
Bro, why, I ain't gonna lie, squad, why Courtney Wayne sitting here dying listening to DC? I see him over there giggling and stuff, look.
being neglected. Now I'm going to the streets. I'm thinking I'm following the same path of what we supposed to do, because it's like, oh, this is what's supposed to happen when your father's not here. Oh, this is what's supposed to happen when you ain't got no daddy. But my daddy was still there. He was being present whenever his brain allowed him to be.
Alzheimer's. Wow. So imagine this. Your father living in the house with you, you think your father don't love you. Because your father's trying to hold you accountable as a man. Your father's trying to tell you the things that you're not doing wrong, and you 18, 19 years old, and you just thinking like, man, you just don't like me. I went through that with my pops. There was years in that house, I lived in the basement by myself.
And squad, maybe this is a sad part of this video, and y'all probably thinking, hey, bro, how are you gonna react to something? You know what I'm saying? But look, squad, it's hard for me to say something when I don't have nothing to react to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're sitting here talking about, okay, they had their fathers in their life and all this and that and the third, and it's like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't relate to this, bro. It's hard for me to even put an input on. So like I said, I'm waiting till I can get to a part that I can say something, you know what I'm saying?
Brother or my father. Because every time me and my brother met eye to eye,
But I'm just listening, taking it all in, though.
And my pops like, y'all not gonna be fighting in my house. So for lack of a better word, I was like, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Like, and then not for nothing. And the reason why I asked that question is because I got 4 sons. I know there's gonna come a point where we're not gonna see eye to eye.
Let me tell you this. I think that the biggest challenge is what he said and what you said. I think that being in church takes away your humanity. So you don't get the opportunity to just be human. You don't have the opportunity to make a mistake, because think about it, most dads make mistakes.
All the time.
They just don't have to make mistakes in front of everyone.
Exactly.
And it was a mistake I made. You know, I mean, how I communicated to him was wrong. You know, I can't justify that. It broke my heart that he did what he did, but it does not still take away from the fact that how I communicated to my son was wrong. And I think that I think that as fathers, there's some things that we have to learn that we will have to live with lips. We're not gonna be fixed from everything. Everything ain't gonna be well. Everything ain't gonna be whole. There's some relationships that you gotta walk, and it's gonna be limps, and you know what you gotta do? You gotta win wounded.
You gotta win wounded?
You gotta win wounded. You gotta drag your ass across the finish line.
See, look, bro, I can't put this into context of being a father or anything like that. I can't even fathom that, bro. My age right now, 22. But with that being said, squad, I can put win wounded into other aspects. You know what I'm saying? Just like with life in general, you ain't always gonna be happy, dog. You know what I'm saying? I got a quote, bro, and it goes like this. I'm gonna go through every emotion trying to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm gonna have highs, lows. I'm gonna be happy, sad, mad, glad. I'm gonna go through every emotion. But the only thing that sets me apart from you, my bad, is that I'm gonna be disciplined, squad. You know what I'm saying? And no matter if I'm messed up or good or, you know what I'm saying, I'm always gonna keep going, bro. Just be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And also, bro, it's like I said, I'll never always have anything figured out, but I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like what I like to do, bro. And that probably sounds crazy talking this right now, but it's like, my bad. It's like, yeah. But I know what I'm trying to say, squad.
Blood dripping, leg broke, and you gotta win wounded. But here's the beautiful thing, though. The beautiful thing is that when you do your best, God has this dope way of taking them seeds that you plant, and we may not live to see them. We may be gone. But someday, some way, God gonna water them seeds. And the little things that you try to do right, they gonna flourish. Because see, we sometimes want the glory, but instead of always wanting the glory as a parent, let's make sure that we just do enough so that they live the life. If they live the life, then our legacy will continue to live through them.
Bro, that's deep. It got me a little emotional because I've been speaking to my dad. Like I'm trying to walk with my sons. But it be hard though, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. It goes back to a question you asked earlier. You was like, how do you feel sometimes as a man? Do you feel like you get just due? No. I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, what? My bad, squad. It's on some weird stuff. Like, people just sitting here, like, what's good with you,
in my
bro?
house all day. I cook, I clean, I do schoolwork, I take them to track practice, I do everything. Like, when it comes to that fatherhood shit, I do everything. And you know what's the first thing people say? You know, how Kadena, she need a break. She got all them boys. And you know, my wife does her fair share. There is no she does more, I do more. We both do. But when you asked about how we feel as fathers, I honestly don't feel like fathers get enough just due. Because I'm just as guilty, yo.
Let's talk about that.
My father was dead. And the minute I got an opportunity, I thank my mom for everything. And I thank my mom and everything in part because my father was the one holding me accountable. So during the time,
I ain't gonna lie, no hate, squad. I'm gonna skip past this, bro, because I can't, like, it's a good message, but I can't relate, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is a little bit different. This next section is called Legacy Over Likes. I may be able to relate to that.
This to them kids, to that other woman. I mean, and it's like, and we love her. By God, we love her, my boy. How do we deal with that love of career? Our calling, our gift, that thing that keeps us up at night, that thing that pulls us away from them at times.
It's a purpose. It's once you understand your purpose, then you have to understand peace within self.
But what
do you mean by that?
The kids don't always understand.
No, it comes again to like what I just said.
All right.
I was already born. My life was written already. Your life is written. I don't know what's in store for you, a part of this lineage, but the God I serve, I know you're gonna be taken care of. So we have to be more attentive when it comes to fathers. So if we think something is missing, we step in. It's a lot of things we may want, we're not required to get
From
anybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
and we have to be appreciative when we do
Of
get
whatever we get.
for whatever we get. You see
Wow.
what I'm saying? So whatever that we're missing,
you said that you're saying that there's a real
does he mean?
scarcity when it comes to being a daddy.
when it comes to being a father,
Father, yeah.
man of the household,
Yeah.
Oh,
it comes with all of that.
Yeah,
I agree.
Now,
It just comes with it.
when you saying that woman that career?
He's saying like he gave her the name, but
Yeah, but right,
Yeah,
but
I called it I call it the other one.
We can talk about that.
Because I say that.
And you understand what I mean?
I understand exactly what you mean.
'Cause I look at her, the career, she my main. She
Woo.
is because
But when you met,
and look, I want to pause this squad. And something I said in part one is I feel like for example, bro, it's like, okay, listen. If I stop doing what I'm doing, I stop. That's something I realized, right? This content, me working, me exercising, that's all the car, right? It's all the gas, right? It's all me putting gas in the car and working and going like that, right? If I stop putting gas in that car, nothing else works. If I stop recording, if I stop putting gas and pouring fuel on my content, pouring fuel on my health and my body, and pouring fuel just in work in general, everything stops. If I stop putting gas in this, everything's gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? This YouTube gonna stop. My Instagram going up gonna stop. TikTok gonna stop. Everything's gonna stop. So it all starts with me. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that, like, listen, back when I used to do my TikTok and I would put my clips from my YouTube on my TikTok, I realized that I would have a hard time clipping and putting on my TikTok if I stop pouring gas into my YouTube. It's all a domino effect. So what I'm trying to say by saying this is, if I stop doing what I'm doing, everything stops. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get too happy and too complacent with somebody, then everything's gonna, you know what I'm saying? I may not be able to articulate this correctly, bro, but I'm keeping all this in here.
it could be problematic.
Never be my man.
But one thing you gotta do is you gotta understand what the purpose is. See, God gonna allow you to have time to figure out your purpose.
All right.
And once you figure out your purpose, now you gotta fit your purpose into your schedule, but make it your main goal.
I think.
But don't make it your main, like it's over your family.
No,
'Cause sometimes we might have to not go do our purpose because our family needs
But
us.
see, I'm gonna say this. It was a dude in the streets. I ain't gonna say his name. I don't know if I'm supposed to say his name, but I was hustling. I was coming up like 18, 19. He was like 26.
don't say it.
He's a big dog. I ain't gonna say it. But he
What was
told
your
me
hustle? What was your hustle back then?
Well, I put it in the book. I was selling a white girl. You know what I'm saying? You know, selling cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So he always told me, if this worked in the streets and I applied it here, he say, whatever move you make in the streets, I always think about your kid first when you going to bust a lick. He said, and you'll move different.
Facts.
And he told me that, and I feel like that kept me out of prison because I would never, that's what I never smoke a drink. I want the police pull up my car. I'm gonna wear this. And I think when with the career, when I do my career and I leave the house, I be like, I better go be since I got to do this, I better go be the baddest joke on the land. I'm not playing with this because if I do this right, it allowed me to be home. Like when I was doing skits on Facebook and stuff, I wasn't doing them just to make money. I was doing them just so I could build it to where now I can be home all the time.
Yes.
So it's like if you leave that house, I feel like you can't be playing with your career because you're really playing with your kids' time.
So now he's in a situation where he's putting his first love into his schedule. Yeah. I got time.
What is his first love? What is his first love?
That's what I'm saying. His career. So it's like I got time for you because I done put in the work. I done been with you enough to be like, all right.
Cause my daddy,
now I can fit you.
My daddy used to be like, I'm busy, but you can't be taking no girl out of time while you hustling, playing. Cause now you playing with my time. You better bring it back for real.
Bro, C-Squad, they got kids a little bit different. But me personally, bro, I just like the hustle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what he said about what drives you, I don't know. Actually, I know what drives me. It's the hustle in general. You know what I'm saying? And this could sound crazy to most, dog. I be thinking about this sometimes. Like, sometimes I look at my analytics and I realize I'm not doing numbers like I used to, trying to chase those banger videos, bro. But I didn't go lie. I just came to a point right now where I'm just like, man, F it. Just do it for the love of the hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like Like you could sit here and love these numbers and chase these numbers, and I tried to originally. I remember I had like just crazy psychological battles going back and forth over trying to chase numbers, right? But maybe that was all God's purpose and all happened for a reason, because now, squad, it's like, man, forget it. You like to be disciplined, you like to just post every day, do it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to get to a point now, squad, where I treat YouTube almost kind of like I treat the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like in the gym, when I go in the gym, squad, I don't be sitting there in my head thinking, okay, today I'm finna try to, if I don't hit 500 pounds on bench or something, I can't, you know what I'm saying? It don't, the end goal don't mess with me. I just do it because I love to hustle, you know what I'm saying? And like, I also want to say this, right? I thought of some other day, right? And it says, the Bible says, but we can take it beyond the Bible. It says faith without work is dead, right? So here's my question. What about work without faith? And I'm not talking about in God's instincts, right? I'm saying, let me give you an example, right? I like to use the gym a lot. If somebody right now, right, goes to the gym, and let's say they overweight, and they in there, go to the gym every single day and work out, right? And I go talk to them. I'm like, hey man, you in here consistent. Do you think you'll lose 50 pounds? And they look me dead in my eyes and they say, no, I don't have faith I'll lose 50 pounds. And I'll be like, what about 25? And they tell me, nah, I don't have faith I'll lose 25 either, right? But then they keep going to the gym. They keep coming back day after day after day. I sit there and I look at them. I'm like, dang, bro, you've been consistent like every day this month. And I ask him again, bro, so you told me a month ago you didn't have faith that you would lose 50 pounds. You didn't have faith that you would lose 25 pounds. I don't get it, bro. Do you have faith now? And they tell me, nah, I still don't think I'll lose 25 pounds or not even 50, right? So my question is, just in general, what does it say about work without faith? And I'm not even talking about faith in God. I'm just talking about like the end goal. Because even with me writing all this content, I don't have faith that I'll be the biggest creator ever. But I like working, I like the process, right? But I want to say I typed that into ChatGPT just in my deep thoughts. And ChatGPT said this. It said faith has nothing to do with cause and effect. And I was like, what? And I kept reading it. It said, no matter if that person, right? I'm using this example. No matter what, if that person has faith or not, that they will lose 50 pounds. Cause and effect by them coming to the gym every day and walking as fast as they can on that treadmill. Cause and effect, whether they believe in it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen, right? But I feel like going every day and being consistent every day is also a sense of faith. And I want to say the Bible says God can mess with God can work without faith, even if you have a mustard seed because you're working. But God can't work with faith without work. And that's just me just ranting right now. You know what I'm saying? My thoughts out loud, but hey.
You better have me some money put up. Cause now you playing with my time. So when I move, I think about my kids. I'm like, I'm out here on their time.
So do your people, do your kids, do your significant other, is it something that you see is just an easy flow for you?
No.
Okay.
I don't expect.
There's tension.
I don't expect. I know how I would do them if they were in my shoes. I would be understanding. I would see the bigger picture. I know that everybody's not gonna see it from my point of view. So I'm already cool with that. I done talked to God. I know he got me. I'm covered. I got this armor. And then my purpose is my gift. So not only am I able to provide for my child and also spend time, but I'm also able to help others if they dealing with something.
Yeah, but y'all still been a little too nice for me though.
And I want to say this for me, squad. Even to this day, I still don't know my purpose, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm letting for them to speak.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, right? You're not married.
I don't know exactly what I should be doing. Exactly.
Married, you're not married. I'm on everything, bro.
Me and you are married.
Me and you are married, bro. Mm-hmm. There's days, and this is why it's so hard for me, I don't feel like I ever have enough time.
Yes.
And even for my son, bro,
Yes.
I made every football game for my oldest son, but I missed his banquet. And you know what he said to my wife? Right. This is why I'll never be an actor. You just miss so much stuff.
See.
My son is the oldest, and he's the one who will say to me that I know you out there grinding. But it don't change the fact that it hurts him.
Yeah.
And I want to be, this is a fact, I want to be the biggest star in the world. Mm-hmm. I want to, right?
Yes.
That's what I want to do. But I know what that requires.
Yeah.
That requires that I'm away a lot, right?
Yes.
And now, I'm in a situation where I can.
And I can't speak on kids wise, but I can think like with me in a relationship, right? It's like I believe that women need men and men need women. We both help each other, right? I believe that a good man can help a woman tremendously and take her to a next level, and vice versa. A good woman can help a man tremendously and take him to the next level. But with that being said, I kind of do what I like to do, squad. You know what I'm saying? So work, gym, make videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm disciplined. I like to do that. I like it in general, right? And I know that if I was to bring a woman into my life right now, it is very possible that I'll be doing stuff I don't even want to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stuff I don't do on a daily basis. I'm a homebody. And whenever you have a girlfriend, significant other, you just start doing a lot, right? Like, for example, you may end up just going out to dinner, bro. Some of me, squad, like I said, I'm a homebody. I don't go out to dinner. So just by me taking this lady out to dinner and doing different things, it's all taking me out of stuff that I don't normally do. You know what I'm saying, squad? I just kind of do what I like. But I know a relationship, you got to compromise. You know what I'm saying? But to tie back into the subject, he's saying that they take time away from each other. You know what I'm saying?
The money doing something that'll give me the autonomy to be with my family. But that's not what I want to do. And that's what I'm struggling with. Like, that's why sometimes I be so heavy, because I'm like, yo, I'm doing this. I don't want to do this.
So you can, and see, respectfully, he gets me more because there is a reality that when you live with someone.
And I have a hard time relating, but I'm trying to pick up and listen. You know what I'm saying? And take notes when I can.
Someone every day.
Yes.
And you're in a house with these images of you. And this person that is looking for you to not only be there for them, but to also keep the lights on, keep a certain lifestyle going for everybody. There's a tension, and I can understand now why they have such an ease in how they talk.
So what's the tension?
I'm gonna tell you
If y'all in the house, like, because I'm like, okay, I want to be married, right? I'm listening to married men, successful married men, right? And y'all telling me y'all in the house. Y'all can walk down the steps, see the family, and still feel like I'm not here enough.
You want to know?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you
What's the difference?
I'm gonna tell you right now why. We live in an age where women too are not just wanting to be homemakers. My wife has her own career. So you know how I got my side chick, that's my career? My wife got a side chick, that's her career. My wife just booked her first series regular role after having 4 of my kids. So now it's the time where Devale got to be supportive. I got to step back. So now she has to go film. So when she has to go film, who has to step in and do all the things at home when she's going? I do, but guess what? Devale writing a book, Devale doing a podcast, Devale writing scripts, Devale still also has to film. So while I was doing that and she got to just be a stay-at-home mom, Devale never got a chance to be just a stay-at-home dad because the lights turn off if I'm not being myself out here. So now I got to balance and be myself out here.
Like I said, in my own way, bro, it's like, if you stop putting gas in the car, nothing else goes, right? If you stop, you know what I'm saying, taking care of your business, taking care of your body, everything. If you just stop doing that, then nothing else can blossom from it. Everything stops.
To this woman, and that's not easy.
And
That's
it's
the
a tension
balance
that you've never dealt with before.
ever, bro.
And it's a monster. Here's what we're saying is that, see, the reason why you're great at what you do, the reason why you kill what you do, et cetera, is because we got this thing in us that is this doggone ambition. And to be great, you gotta be a dog. You gotta be a dog to go get it. And the fact that we black. So it's like you can't play no games with that. And what happens is that unfortunately, it's the tension of something is going. I give you a prime example, this oldest son that I have. When I was 29 years old, I got this opportunity to move to Los Angeles. Well, I have him by another young lady. So by this time, me and Tammy got 3 kids. Well, by this time, me and Tammy got 3 kids together. I have the son by this other young lady. If I move out of Texas, he gonna be stuck in Texas.
Right.
I had to make the decision, DC, to not take that bag. Because it was a nice bag. It was a nice bag to be in Cali. I was gonna move to LA. And I had to say no to it because I could not allow for that boy to wake up and his family is now.
Okay.
Now can I cut you off real quick?
Ever have Now, do you ever have regrets from that decision or no?
I was about to answer that too. I know that bothers you. The fact that it bothers you that you had to leave that bag is okay, bro. I want to tell you that it's okay.
No. Feel me. I'm dope with that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I think that I wish that we had more conversation.
About what if, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because the way you felt is if you get married or y'all get married, there's going to be a lot of days where you feel like, I really wanted to do that. And not that you have.
See, squad, I'm going to say this right. A lot of men I work with, we have a conversation, they tell me that, they're like, man, like, they tell me stuff like, man, I wish I could go back to your age and like you just out here, you saying by yourself, you got no girlfriend, no wife, no kids, no nothing, you know what I'm saying, holding you back. You can do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? But realistically, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Realistically, I don't think that's really the truth in a sense, right? But, cause it's like, what you don't know is what you don't know, right? Like, they be telling me stuff, squad, like, man, you ought to just go to college. And it's like, dog, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, what you don't know, you don't know. You telling me just to go and not, I'm just yapping, squad. Let me just play it.
Family?
Yes.
Because you're not upset at your family.
No.
But you like, I really wanted that. That could have been good for my career, but I know what my family needs.
Yes.
And I need to take this moment, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all brothers, man. I've been heavy with that right now. Like, that's why I feel like this is divine.
We appreciate your vulnerability.
I haven't been able to talk to anybody about this, because here's another thing. My level of success when it comes to all of my friends is not ever equal, right? So if I talk about the things I'm going through, the first thing is you make money. The fact that you're going to don't matter. It's not always about money. My level of success is not defined by how much money I make. I want to be great at what I do and be recognized for it at the highest level. Right. All of y'all do the same thing. Right. You see what I'm saying? So y'all know that. Like, it's that. When you have that type of ambition, it is so hard to balance a family. And sometimes I feel guilty because I'm like, damn, I couldn't take that job because of my family. Now I'm in my house and I'm feeling guilty. And I'm like,
man, I would love to be on a podcast with these older men, bro. You know what I'm saying? And just pick their brain. Like, that's something I love to do. But they keep talking about ambition, bro. Ambition. My question to them would be, how do you use that ambition and what do you aim it towards? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll say, bro. Like, for example, like you can have so much ambition, so much discipline, and so much drive and not know where to put it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I would just ask him, bro, like where do you put the ambition? You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I be coming into it now, squad. Like, the mindset, I be like, bro, it's like for example, I'm the kind of person, squad, is like, I don't want nobody to give me, I don't necessarily want a handout, right? I don't want somebody to just hold my hand and do everything for me. And you know what I'm saying? I'll be disciplined. I'll do what I'm supposed to. But what I will come in is like, dang, like, be disciplined and do what? Like, what? Like, aim where? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like you being disciplined and taking step after step after step and climbing a ladder just to scarily, right? Just for your worst fear to be disciplined climbing that ladder and realize once you get to the top, no matter how disciplined you were on the wrong ladder climbing up to the, on the wrong house. So no matter how disciplined you are, you still climbing up the wrong house and somewhere you don't want to be. But then I guess you could say something like, you just get off the ladder and climb another one. But hey, I don't know, bro.
You said, you got everything. I got a beautiful wife. Who my rock, who gave me 4 children. All my sons are brilliant and they athletic and they all around me. Daddy's home, and sometimes I'll be in the house like, just wanted to do that indie film and I'm not gonna make no money because I know that's an opportunity to show people my gift, but I can't tell my wife that I'm gonna go take this indie project.
And you can't take it out on them boys.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what fathers go through sometimes.
Now does that make a little more sense of what we were trying to say a minute ago?
Yeah, I understand. No, I understand.
I just never listened to him. I did what I get what y'all saying though, but I ain't never give him a chance. Cause like, it's coming from, I don't know if it come from poverty. I'm like, bro, I'm going to do this. Because if you don't know how important this is, I ain't got time to explain to you. But I just know that would have made my family life better.
That's kind of my mindset.
Okay, so for me, when it comes to like taking a gig or not taking a gig, you played in the league, right?
Yeah.
So you can relate to what I'm about to say. As an undrafted guy, you got to be a dog.
Yeah.
There's no red carpet
Yeah.
The draft picks.
Not in the NFL.
Then you see them walk. Damn, I can't go in that room. No.
No, seriously.
Just wait.
Seriously.
They gotta get their stuff first.
There you go. You wait.
Right? So it's like, okay, cool. So in my back of my head, even with this career, I done took them lessons.
Yeah.
It's a trigger.
Yeah.
So it's like I got to be on it, and I'm, if it's on brand, I'm taking it, and I ain't leaving no crumbs on the table. I'm taking this for my family, my daughters, and we're gonna be
you
good.
know how fleeting it is.
And I know, you know why I know? Because I know how it is for somebody to take some food off my plate.
Wow.
I held my daughter when she was a baby. They cut me. I held her. She came out the womb. The next day they cut me. Literally cut me.
Jeez.
I'm holding her. Don't know where the next check coming in. All I had was one game check at that time. They cut me. I'm holding her. But I still had to show, they don't even know that. Her mama's on the bed, you know, you know, you've been in the delivery room.
Let me say something. Now, you have been very successful in your career, right? And you've had a long space where we have seen you rise in your celebrity, your influence. Right. And then we also saw you deal publicly with this loss, right? How were you able to balance, still getting on stage, be funny, do what you needed to do, but still bring a level of vulnerability and sensitivity and compassion to your seeds like that at the same time?
That was tough, bro.
To understand your purpose and understand the lane that God has placed upon me when it comes to Renaissance, we draw from emotion. So I don't have a therapist. God is my therapist. But he's willing to place me amongst people who's willing to listen to my emotions. And not only listen to my emotions, can learn from my emotions, but I'm able to express myself in a way of art where I also need it too. Because this is the only place where I feel safe.
Hold up. You talking to a table full of creators.
Yeah, on stage.
Bro, you just lit this
I'm listening to
table
everything
up
he said, bro.
because that's what we all can say amen to that.
That is real.
It's the only, in the midst of having beautiful wife,
That's real.
beautiful kids, if we're vulnerable and transparent and honest, even though we love them, there is something about being in what we were created to do, that it is a thing that lights us and makes us feel more alive and safe than anything ever could.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? You're not allowed to say that sometimes. But as a man,
But we just said it.
yeah,
But
We just said it.
when it's
We
say,
just said it.
let me say, but even when it say to feel safe,
We just said it.
but even when it say to feel safe, I feel safe enough to understand my position and to understand that even what I'm going through, God placed me in an environment where he like, let go. Unleash. You may want to cry, but make this character cry, but cry with laughter. Make this person come to life. They don't know where this person just came from.
How'd
So
you
the
know to do
laughter.
that? How'd you know to do that? Were you taught that, or was
I think I do it to my discipline, bro.
it just natural?
When you come to theater, you know you have to draw from emotion.
Yeah.
But when you get on stage, see, people don't understand. I want to say last year, I had to get on stage Mother's Day in Orlando. I was about to have a moment right before I get on stage, and we don't know when these moments come. So that's why I'm so thankful when I go on stage, because I'm like, I ain't have a moment today. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, appreciate it. Let me just be mental enough to go out here and be in a safe space. Like,
You just don't want to have that.
I don't want to break down. I don't want nobody to piss me off today. Like, I just wanted to, thank you for keeping me in a safe space. And I felt myself like it was coming, and I'm like, not right now. Man, he about to call my name. I'm like, no, not right now, dog. And when he said my name, everybody know I do my little shake. I had to shake the emotion. So niggas don't know in Orlando, when I'm on stage, I'm shaking this emotion off of me. Cause I
ain't gonna lie, squad. I do the same thing he doing. I said, but I think I do with my discipline, bro. It's like every time I messed up, bro, like my discipline always just makes me feel better. It always gets me out of whatever I'm feeling.
go to work, but I'm human.
Yes.
So before I even say my first words, I'm John Whitfield. They don't know that. The moment I said, how y'all doing? I'm like, oh God, you got me.
Wow.
Cause I didn't even know